Back now on EA Sports at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's Bronco football as we rejoin the action in quarter number 1. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 15-yard touchdown Brown. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Purdy off the play fake. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing here, Purdy. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On 4th down, here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Purdy looking to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Deebo Samuel taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have taken the lead. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Play action. Now Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now Wilson. On the move to his left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Denver.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Patrick. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Purdy on 4th down.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
They go play action here. Purdy.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, he shifts past him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Parker, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Play action. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try to run with McCaffrey.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, at the very least, you can't say it's not competitive. All tied up at halftime. And for the call of the second half, we get you back out to Brandon God.
Okay,
these
Coach,
two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Stidham.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback, escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. Charlie Warner from 10 yards out. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now again, here's P. Ryan. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying for it with P. Ryan. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Stidham. Open man left side. It's a tight end man Hurts. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Stidham. Got an open man here. It's KJ Hamler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10. At their own 46. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a time. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. 1st down, here's Mitchell. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to Mitchell here. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. And now they'll throw with Lance. This is caught. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Off the play fake, here's Stidham. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Stidham. And the Niners get there and bring him down. A Tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Stidham hit, and he lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
7-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And quickly, they get to the line.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
What we just saw there is definitely what the 49ers saw in him when they swung that big deal to move up to number 3 in the draft in 2021. He did run for 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns in his one full season in 2019 at North Dakota State.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stidham. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. 3rd and 19. Now Stidham off play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Stidham. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. K.J. Hamler, 45 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throwing now is Lance.
Steps away to his left.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now Lance on the bootleg.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Here's Lance.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
Touchdown! Ray McCloud, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Niners tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On first down, Stidham. That is caught by Callaway. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Play action. It's Stidham. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Stidham from the shotgun.
That is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Stidham with one final shot. And this is going to be caught. So a defensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.